Hey guys, it's Stephen with Foxtrot Family Law coming to you on a very exciting day for Foxtrot. We are here with CARLEY Chatterley, our summer clerk for the summer of 2022. And what makes it extra exciting is that CARLEY's coming back for her second summer with Foxtrot. So we didn't scare her off last year. That's a good sign. You feeling good on your first day, CARLEY?
I'm feeling great. It's always a great time at Foxtrot. So
It's right. Even on a Monday morning, no
Sunday
kidding.
morning.
We talk a lot about Foxtrot Friday around here, but every day is Foxtrot Friday, especially when CARLEY gets to join us on her first day back. CARLEY, I had a couple of questions just to kind of reintroduce you to our clients, to our community, just to kind of get to know you and your role here at Foxtrot, a little bit about your experience. So is it okay if I ask you just a couple of questions, just to jump back in?
Yeah, of course.
All right, question number one. What was it that initially attracted you to working with our team here at Foxtrot?
I believe I reached out to Foxtrot randomly. I think I might have sent you an email before summer started, and I had found Foxtrot just online on probably a Google search or on an attorney website. I can't remember, but it was just new and vibrant. And after speaking with you and reading a lot of the client reviews, it was just a firm that wanted to make change to a system that definitely needs it, especially here in Alabama. And Foxtrot was like ready to lead that charge. And I think a lot of firms get complacent and they just deal with what they have in front of them. But Foxtrot really, what stood out to me after speaking with everyone was they were willing to be the change makers and set everything in motion rather than just going in the flow of what family law has looked like in this state for a really long time.
Nice. Yeah, right on. And you say in this state, for the people that don't know, where are you from?
So I'm from California.
California, right
Yeah.
here. So
Yeah.
a couple of things there. I guess that kind of opens up. One, like, you found us online. I guess that's a product of our. That's either the worst like recruiting strategy or the best like that we didn't even need one to get you. But like, listen, folks, like this lady is from what, Northern California, right?
I went to school in Northern California, but I'm from Southern California.
And I'm sure that you came to North Alabama to work for Foxtrot rather than the fact that your fiance works here in North Alabama. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure it was like Foxtrot first, and the fiance thing living here was just a bonus.
100%.
Yeah, right. That's what I figured. I mean, hey, question number two. Now you're back for your second year. What was there anything in particular about your experience at Foxtrot last summer that motivated you to come back for a second year?
Definitely. It challenged me in a lot of ways. I've been really fortunate to work at previous law firms and a district attorney's office, and Foxtrot by far was the best experience that I had received in not just necessarily volume, but also quality. I got handed 2 appellate briefs within my first 2 weeks of being at Foxtrot, and that's a big ask for a clerk at the time. My only going through 1 year of law school, but it was the best experience where it was something I could put on my resume. And I felt like I was actually doing things and helping people rather than just kind of being in the way as a clerk, which sometimes that's how you can feel as a law student. We're still learning and we don't know everything. Yeah. So actually feeling like I was a tool was great. Like I was bringing something.
Feeling like you were a tool was awesome.
That didn't come out right.
No, that's okay. Hey, but did we win one? I know we won at least one of those appeals. Did we win one of them or both of them?
We won one, and the other one was denied. Didn't go farther, but
not you're 50-50 on appeals. That's not bad.
Yeah. So just that experience, that was something that I know. I went back and spoke to a lot of my other fellow students, and they didn't get to do half of what I was able to do and be in a courtroom and help people and talk to clients. And it was just a great experience.
Well, good. Well, we're glad to have you back. What have you learned since I guess leaving us, you finished your second year of law school, you've got 1 year left. I know you did some trial ad competitions. What do you feel like you've picked up or how you've developed your skill set that's going to help you in this clerkship this summer?
Definitely a lot of my trial experience. I was on my school's mock trial team, and we actually went to the finals of our competition. And then I was in basic trial advocacy, and then I got accepted into the advanced trial advocacy class. So through that, just gave me a lot more confidence in myself too, in a courtroom and prepping for trials. I think that's the biggest area that I feel like I've been doing great at, is being able to prep efficiently and well for a trial and be very prepared the day we step into that courtroom, and what that looks like talking to clients leading up to that moment. So I think that is an area where I can give back based off of what I've learned this last year in school.
Yeah, there are definitely times when maybe if there's an emergency hearing, a shelter care hearing in a DHR case where you're not going to be able to sit down and prepare your witnesses and prepare your examinations. But I know that I've found when you really sit down and lay things out, it actually gives you more flexibility in the courtroom because you can pay attention to what's going on rather than like thinking of what question you need to ask next. So you're more present. I mean, you'd think, well, you're going to be stuck looking straight down at your paper if you prepare everything. No, you're going to be more present. It's almost like when I was a music student in college, if you had the notes and the music and the technical side of it down, you could listen to the music you were playing and be more present to your performance, if that makes sense.
It's like learning a new language. At first, you're running through all the translations in your mind every second, but the more you work on it, that flow doesn't happen. It's just automatic. You just,
yeah, I like that flow. That's something. Yeah, I try to, I mean, I'll get my headphones on sometimes. People know this that work with me, and just try to get in that flow mode when we're thinking and working and doing our best. Couple more. Thank you so much for your time today. What is something, I mean, we know that we're going to get some good work out of you. We've talked about some of the things that you bring to the table, but what is something you are trying to get out of your clerkship with Foxtrot this summer?
Definitely figuring out if this is what I want to do when I graduate. I'm pretty set on family law, but just re-solidifying that this would be my lifelong career. It's a really big commitment while you're in law school to nail down exactly what you want to do. And sometimes it's hard to decide that over a summer. So coming back in and really deciding if, okay, this is family law is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And also just more experience in a courtroom and during those trials and prepping and helping on that side of it, writing motions, pretrial litigation things. It's something you don't necessarily learn in law school. So it comes with those summer experiences.
Right. A lot more practical than the law school theoretical.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And related to that, I often tell folks that if you haven't done family law, if you haven't worked at a family law firm, the things you think that might make you good at being a family lawyer make you bad at it in some ways. So, and I'm not saying I'm right, but what is a misconception that you might have had about doing family law or working at a family law firm that you learned and it sort of surprised you? I thought it was going to be like this and it was like that. Or, what's something about that you learned working at a family law firm that you didn't know before?
I think it really depends on the firm you're at too. This is something that I think Foxtrot is a little bit different than other firms, but my misconception was that everything is settled and everything is tried to handle outside the courtroom, and down that road a little bit more of like divorces are not always signature at the bottom and you'll be okay. I mean, every once in a while, of course, when kids are involved, it always gets a little bit more messy, but I think at Foxtrot, one of the differences is we always allowed that opportunity. Like, it's your day in court. If you want to do this, then it's your choice. And I think a lot of firms really push people to want to settle and want to do these other things when that person, what they need and want is that day to speak up in that day in that room. So I think misconception was a lot. And granted, some of it does, but the majority of it is handled outside a courtroom, and that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, that's a huge thing you hit on there. A couple of things. First, like you said, it's your day in court. It's your opportunity to stand up for your kids, for yourself, for your family, and explain to the court and present your case, what you think is important in your family. And if you think about it, Carly, or anybody else watching this, the judge, and they darn well should, I guess, it keeps the system running. They have an incentive to get cases off their desk. Lawyers might even have an incentive to get a deal done. Mm-hmm. But, and I'm sure you've seen it just in the time that you've been here, the settlement process or agreement process, or even the mediation process, if you're not working with the right folks, it can be manipulated or controlled or abused or used as a weapon, just like trial. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when parties just can't get on the same page, that's why the system exists. That's why we have third parties, judges that we elect, that we pay with our taxpayer dollars to resolve genuine disagreements between parents or family members trying to do what they feel is right for their child. So yeah, we're not afraid to try a case. And frankly, we've found that people are more disappointed by a deal that they don't feel good about than if they'd have just gone to court, tried their best, left it all on the field, and taken, whatever happened. I mean, certainly that's a risk, and we understand that. And we make sure our clients understand that. But our clients don't have to feel like they took a deal that they didn't feel good about because we forced them into it, or the court forced them into it, or the GAL forced them into it, or God forbid, DHR forced them into it. So yeah, we just figure if we prepare for trial, if you want peace, prepare for war. So Carly, we're glad to have you back. We're excited. We're going to get to work. Thank you again, and stay after it. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.